So she'll have to reply rather than just giving the thing, because I couldn't see her profile or anything.
There we go. So
I think, just being a bit cautious.
I'll just send her the link.
Okay.
It's fine. So here we are. Lovely to be together on this hot day here. Is it hot with everybody? So welcome to Ali. Can't see you there, but nice to have you with us. Wadudallah. Welcome. There you are. So just as we wait, as I think one or two more people are still arriving, let's just connect with the breath, land in your space, land in your body. Allowing the breath to polish the heart. Noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. Noticing the little space in between the breaths, at the top and the bottom of the breath. And we can breathe in towards the one. We can breathe out towards the one. And then let's open our eyes and connect with the people in our circle here. Continuing to breathe towards the one. Letting your eyes take in the faces on the screen. one by one. And then we'll repeat our Sufi invocation. If you are familiar with it, please join us. If not, just continue to breathe towards the one. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. And let's repeat the invocation one more time, and we'll really focus on each of the qualities that's mentioned. We'll also expand the embodiment to include some of the other possibilities. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin in the name of Allah, who is all mercy, all compassion. Gate, gate,
Gate, gate,
paragate,
paragate,
parasamgate,
parasamgate,
bodhi, svoha,
bodhi, soha, svaha.
I'll have to sing it to know which version it is.
I think it's svaha.
Bodhi Svaha. Yeah, I think in this version you're probably right. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. Gate, gone beyond the beyond, to unity, to Buddhahood. So may it be. So why not join us? Stand. If somebody else joins, can you
Right.
So the hands are coming from the heart. Gate. And we do that as we walk to the left. Everything starts with the right foot. And then we step out. Stepping forward. Turning to the right. And bowing. So this is part of the Heart Sutra. There's somebody trying to get in. Part of the Heart Sutra. So this focus on the heart, coming from the heart, going beyond together. Aha. Do you want to lead the dance?
Yeah. So, a dance and a song about unity, connection, the oneness of all things, undividedness that underlies reality. Echad,
Echad.
Yachid,
Yachid.
Yuchad,
Yuchad.
Echad,
Echad.
Yachid,
Yachid.
Yuchad,
Yuchad.
Echad, Yachid,
Echad. Yachid.
Yuchad. So
Yuchad.
this is Hebrew, and translation is the one.
The one.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Each one joined and united in the one.
Each one joined and united in the one.
So we sing that as well. The one, every single one.
The one, every single one.
Each one joined and united in the one.
Each one joined and united in the one.
Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. Say that. Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. Let's do it again. Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. Listen, the one, every single one. Each one joined and united in the one. Sing. The one, every single one. Each one joined and united in the one. Again. The one, every single one. Each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. The one, every single one. Each one joined and united in the one. The one, every single one. Each one joined and united in the one. Okay, let's try moving to that. So we have this movement. Keep the knees bendy if you're standing up, and we are dipping with the heart to the right, back on the bendy knees, back to the heart if you like. So to the right, back to the center, to the left, back to the center. So it's sort of like we're acknowledging the diversity and then back to the unity. Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad, Echad Yachid Yuchad. And then on the English words, we're stepping first time to the right, second time to the left, and we're doing a little grapevine step, if you know it. Step right, left in front, right, left behind, right, left in front, right, and then we tap. We just do this touch with the left, a little touch, a little sort of affirmation of unity as we disappear off the screen there. And then we do the same the other way. The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Okay. Don't worry too much about the feet if it's too much for you, but just bring that little foot together at the end there with that affirmation. So, bowing to the right, back to the center. Echad Yachid Yuchad, single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united. Just the low voices. Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad. Together. The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in my voices. Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad. Together, the one, being conscious of us all together in this dance. Each one joined and united. Everyone on the screen united. One, every single one, each one joined and united all together. Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad, Echad Yachid Yochad. Moving together. Yachid Yochad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united. Just breathing the words. Keeping the attention in the heart. So now just coming back to our breath as we finish the dance and the singing, noticing our breath moving in and out of our body, here and now, and opening our eyes, noticing each other. We're connected, every single one. Each one of us joined and united in the one. Amen.
Amen.
May I remember that more often,
Hmm.
that connection. All the time, ideally. So I think you had a theme for today, didn't you? Sorry.
So we've got a bit waylaid upon our journey through the beautiful names. So we felt like it would be good to pick that up again this evening. And so we're going to work with a group of 4 names, and also with something which is known as the Arsh throne of God, which is another way of describing the heart as a throne where unity reigns. So these 4 qualities are like the pillars upon which that throne is built. So I'm going to read you a little bit from this book, The Physicians of the Heart. Which some of you are already familiar with. So the 4 qualities, these 4 pillars of the throne of God are Ya Awwal, Ya Akhir, Ya Zahir, and Ya Batin. So I'll go through each one by one and tell you a bit more about them. But first of all, just to read a little bit about this transcendental throne of God. And the 4 corners of this transcendental throne of God, as described by Ibn Arabi, are 4 beautiful names: Al-Awwal, Al-Akhir, Al-Zahir, and Al-Batin. Sometimes they're described as 4 angels. In the center is stillness. This is the throne of God, the Arsh or heart throne. These 4 divine qualities seem to revolve about the Arsh like spheres. In meditative practice, as you consider these 4 divine attributes together, you become aware of the eternal still point in the center. It is not first nor last, manifest or unmanifest, has no beginning and no end. And so it's recommended to repeat these 4 names together and also to contemplate the Arsh throne. So I'll just say a little bit more about this Arsh throne. Again, reading from this book, The Physicians of the Heart. The throne of God, called the heart throne or Arsh, should not be viewed in an anthropomorphic way. A simple definition can be given on the physical plane. When we explore the root meanings of the word Arsh, we see that it refers to a shady, cool bower over a well that affords refuge and safety. There is a sense of living waters that give baraka or blessings. And I always think it's really important to remember with these images of a well and a shady bower that this is in the context, these words were written down first in the desert. So think about the heat of Arabia. Maybe we can all connect with that. Certainly today, it's a very hot day here. That feeling of the blazing sun, the hot sand, and what that feels like then to come upon a cool well of sweet water with a shady bower over it, and the refuge, the sense of safety and blessing and refuge that can come from being there. And this is some of the quality of this Arsh throne of the beloved. In more abstract terms, the Arsh represents a relationship between the infinite and the finite. It turns out that an infinite line in both directions is not really a straight line, it's a curve. Whatever we see is a finite unit of an infinite circle. One of the names of God is Daim, or circle. And a form of this word, dawam, means the movement of that infinite flow continuously in a circle without beginning or end. This is the key. This is a key to how God can be described as a circle with a dot in the center. The notion of that still point or dot at the center gets close to the meaning of Arsh. It can be said to subsist in the center of the infinite circle, described by a continuous flow that moves through the arcs of ascent and descent. So this beautiful flowing circle moving between these four pillars, these four angels, and in the center of it, that still point of nourishment and rest and refuge, the shady bower over the cool well. So just to go through each of the names one by one and have a little bit more understanding. Ya Awwal. Let's say that.
Ya Awwal.
Ya Awwal.
Ya Awwal.
Is the first without a second. It's the first without a before. Al-Awwal was never born and never initiated anything. It is pure potentiality. In meditative practice, it may be discovered in the perfectly still point, the Kamal point, that you briefly experience at the apex of each inhalation of breath. So let's just remember our breath for a moment. Let's watch the breath. And as you breathe in, just become aware before the breath turns round to go out again. Be aware of that little pause at the apex of the in-breath, of the inhalation. There's a moment of stillness, just when the flow changes from coming in to going out again. And that still point, this point of perfect perfection, perfect potentiality. Ya Awwal. The primary source from which all things arise. So moving on to the second of the pillars of the Arsh throne, Ya Akhir.
Ya Akhir.
Ya Akhir is the last without a penultimate. In other words, there's no next to last, nothing previous to it. And Al-Akhir is the last without an after, nothing can possibly follow it. Al-Akhir is the one fully manifest in time. In meditative practice, it may be discovered in the perfectly still point that you briefly experience at the end of the exhale, the exhalation of the breath. the final destination of the ultimate return of all things. So again, let's be aware of our breath and the little pause at the end of the out-breath, the moment of stillness before the breath turns round to come in again. Even if you're not aware of a gap at that point, there's a moment when the direction of the breath changes. And by definition, that turning point is a moment of stillness. The final destination of the ultimate return of all things. So let's breathe for a few moments with awareness of Awwal at the end of the in-breath, perfect potentiality. The first without a second or without a before. Breathing into that potentiality and breathing out into the ultimate return of all things, Akhir. So just letting your breath flow as it naturally does, but placing your attention in the moment where the breath changes direction. So continuing to be aware of your breath as I move on to the third of these angels, these pillars of the Arsh throne. Ya Zahir.
Ya Zahir.
Ya Zahir. It's a the z.
Ya Zahir.
It's like the sound at the beginning of the. Ya Zahir.
Ya Zahir.
And Al-Zahir means completely present in space, fully materialized, fully visible, fully manifest, most outward and manifest. There is no otherness with which it could be in relationship. Like the sun at its height, it is so evident, so bright, that you may not even notice its existence. Allah's quality of being most manifest is hidden in plain view. This fully manifest brightness, completely materialized and visible, Zahir. And that one is paired with the final of these four pillars, Batin.
Batin.
The most hidden treasure, the secret of secrets. The essence of God is utterly hidden, but it is not hidden inside of something else. There's nothing for it to be hidden within. So we have the first without a second or a before, the last without a penultimate or an after, the most fully manifest, radiant, shining, visible, and the most hidden secret. And together these four pillars make up the structure within which we find the still point, this Arsh throne. So let's put those in the chat. Could you write them in, Robert, please? Yeah, type it in there. That's the first one. Ya Awwal. First without a second or without a before. Ya Akhir. The last without a penultimate. Nothing next to last, nothing previous or after. Ya Zahir. The most fully present, manifest, visible. And Ya Batin. The most hidden treasure, the secret of secrets. These four angels, the four pillars of the Arsh throne. And as we consider these divine attributes, these four qualities, remember this sense of the infinite circle. So there's movement through these qualities. Each one represents a little section of the circle. And then through becoming aware of the circle, we become aware of the still point at the center. You could say that was one of the qualities of a circle, is that it has a center. So as we build these pillars together, let's be aware of building this Arsh throne, or uncovering the secret of the Arsh throne in our experience. Remember this shady bower in the desert over a cool well of sweet water. The baraka, the blessing, the refuge, the safety, the place of peace and recovery, the still small place of calm. So let's repeat together Ya Awwal and Ya Akhir. So this is like the first and the last. Ya Awwal, Ya Akhir. 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 So let's breathe in Awwal, dropping into the little pause at the end of the in-breath. And breathe out Akhir, again dropping into the little still place at the end of the out-breath. Breathing in to the first, without a second, the place of pure potential. Breathing out into the ultimate return of all things, the final destination. Breathing in pure potential. Breathing out the ultimate return, landing place. And then let's move to Ya Zahir and Ya Batin, the most fully manifest Ya Zahir and the hidden treasure Ya Batin. Ya Zahir, Ya Batin, 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 Ya Zahir, Ya Batin. So let's breathe out Zahir, radiant, manifest, shining like the sun. And breathe in Batin, the secret of secrets, the hidden treasure. Breathing out, fully manifest, Ya Zahir. Breathing in to the most hidden treasure, Ya Batin. And now bringing our awareness again to all those 4 stages of the breath, each one a pillar of the Arsh throne of Allah. So breathing in to the hidden secret, the hidden treasure. At the end of the in-breath, dropping into this place of pure potential. The out-breath, fully radiant and manifest. And at the end of the out-breath, in that little quiet space, the ultimate return, the last, the end. And then the turning of the breath again, moving in, Ya Batin, into the hidden treasure. Dropping into the little space at the end of the breath. Just at your own natural speed, aware of this infinite circle of the breath, circling these 4 pillars. And as we keep moving around this flow, these qualities, building this Arsh throne, becoming aware of the still place at the center of the circle. One more time, breathing in your Batin, dropping into the space of Awwal, potential. Breathing out, Zahir, radiantly manifest. And dropping into the little space of Akhir, the ultimate return. And really with every cycle of the breath, every circumambulation of this throne, we're playing out the circle of life, the in-breath of birth, potential, manifest existence, and the dropping back, the return. Every new in-breath, a new potential, possibility to recreate ourselves, to begin again. And all the time, building this throne, aware of the still place, the dot at the center of the circle. This cool well of sweet water, shaded from the hot sun, place of refuge, safety, blessing. Ameen. Would you play Allahu Akbar? So we'll move into some singing and movement. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Ya Salam.
Ya Salam.
So Allahu Akbar, this is the phrase usually translated, God is great. That Murshid Sam gave us the translation, peace is power. When we can live and move and have our being in this still, quiet center, this well of blessing, from that wellspring of peace, how powerful we can be. stand, and move with this. So we're moving this slow crescent with the heart from left to right, and then dropping into the heart. So we can really keep present with our meditation, this building of the Arsh throne, awareness of this arc that we're tracing, part of the infinite circle, and then dropping into the still, small, quiet place at the center. It looks like this, left to right. Allah. Stepping out, Allah, then stepping in and bringing the arms up. And just a little pause there to feel this strength and power and unity. Here we are together in this still small place of nourishment and rest and security. And then we can turn in that peace. Ya Salam. Again, bowing, plunging into that. Allah. Ameen. So I'm feeling just to close with the kalama. So put your guitar on you, please. So La ilaha illallahu
La ilaha illallahu
Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Nothing but the one. All of these different pieces of the ark that we describe in all these different names, they're just a part of the one. There is only the one. And all praise and gratitude to the Prophet Muhammad who brought us this message, and to the spirit of guidance as it moves through each one of us, enabling us to share this message of unity wherever we go with everyone we meet. La ilaha illallahu, la ilaha illallahu, And closing that together with a whoo. Ameen. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us on this journey, being part of the caravan as we explore the riches of this circle of life.
Thank you for bringing your presences.
And thank you to those of you that have been able to make us a donation. We're always grateful. Thank you so much. And let's send out this blessing to all beings before we unmute so that everybody can share together. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace.